Okay, so measures are evaluated in the filter context. What does that mean? Well, firstly, Power BI gathers all the active filters. Okay, these filters form one filter context, and the filter context determines the visible rows. Then the measure is executed on those visible rows, and then a scalar value is returned. Okay, measures do not calculate over tables; they calculated over the visible rows defined by the filter context. Now let's go over to Power BI Desktop and see what all that means. Okay, so firstly, Power BI gathers all the active filters. So let's see, from the model view, we know that the filters can flow from one table to the other because of the relationships that we've put in place and the cross-filter direction. I always aim to have a single cross-filter direction with a one from the dimension side flowing down to the fact tables. Okay, so filters can be propagated in your or by your data model. Okay, secondly, you can also have filters applied on the report itself. You can see that under the filter pane, okay, whether you apply it on the page or on all the pages. Okay, next, you also have filters that you can apply on the visual itself. Okay, and in addition to all that, you also have filters being applied by the visual itself. When you add your columns from the dimension table, it also filters the data. For example, the category column filters for each line. You have accessory, that's a filter. Electronics, that's another filter that's being added. So Power BI automatically calculates the total sale function based on that filter. Okay, and then last but not the least, of course, you have filters being applied by or modified by the calculate function, index itself. Okay, so for example, I have this calculate or this measure here that uses the calculate function. Calculate function modifies the filter context. In this case here, it's modifying the filter context to calculate only the total sales for all electronics, in all products in the electronics category. Okay, so that's another filter that's being added. So all these filters combined together form what we call the filter context. And once the data has been filtered, okay, Power BI then goes on and calculates your measure and returns a scalar value, or it returns the value. And there you go. That's what it means to have measures evaluated in the filter context.